So let's go over how to sit properly, the short-term fix and the long-term fix. So one of the things that we always deal with, people coming in, neck pain, neck tension, migraines, headaches, because most of us spend all of our time in this posture, right? We're right here, we're on the computer. We sit or stand, the posture is the same. We're on our phones all day long, right? The idea is this area is doing all the work all day long. So no matter what stretches or corrective exercises or treatments you get to loosen this up, it will only be temporary. Understanding why it happens is because when you're on your computer, when you're on your mouse, if you just touch the neck muscle, that trap right here, right now it's on because my posture is in this kind of regular computer work posture right here. You guys know what I'm talking about. You probably feel it. So if you're moving your mouse or you're on your keyboard, just start to push into that neck muscle. Do you see how it's kind of protruding right there? I feel it tense and it's doing all the work. So whatever I'm doing, whether I'm on my phone or on the computer, this is on all day long. So again, 8 hours, 10 hours, every moment we're awake. If this is working the whole time, it's unrealistic that any corrective exercises or massage tools or whatever is going to ultimately fix the problem at its root cause. So we have two choices. We can either use this to do everything all day long, or the design of the body, we could use the big muscles in our torso, our chest and our back muscles to do everything. So that's a simple concept that's going to help fix it long term. So if you look, my posture is already better. I'm using my chest and back muscles now to do everything. And if I push into that, it's relaxed. So again, if I'm just choosing to use big muscles in my body, my chest and my back muscles to do everything, this automatically relaxes. So that's our kind of feedback that you know something's working or not. It's not do these stretches, do these exercises for 6 weeks and hopefully your migraine or your neck tension goes away. Even if you got a massage or put a massage gun or a lacrosse ball or whatever you do to dig it out, yes, it feels good temporarily, but we want to fix it for good. So if it feels good just for put a massage gun to it for 5-10 minutes and then it might be looser, but right when you get back to work, you're back here again. So one of the drills that we do is to get people to do a pec press. So whether you have a water bottle or no, you use water bottle or a book, or we could just use no equipment and just use your hands. The goal is to push through the water bottle or book or your palms and then open up the posture a little. You want to feel that your chest and back muscles are firing equally. A lot of the times people will do this and they'll feel their chest muscle on, but you'll see I'm still shrugged up in my neck. So instead of doing that, you have to open up the chest a little, kind of like expanding your rib cage. And then from here, I want you to find your chest and back muscle. It takes a little bit of time, but it's kind of like you're doing a sitting plank where you're just engaging postural muscles. So once you find your chest and back muscles, give it time. If you don't feel it, drop the shoulders. Use your chest and back muscles to pull your shoulders down into place. That's their job. And then you start pressing forward and back. So when you push forward, you want to really engage the chest muscles. And when you pull back, you really want to engage the back muscles. So when you do this, you're really resetting this area, the neck. So it's a temporary relief. But what's different from this, from just stretching or going like this, right, digging it out, is that you're not just manually trying to relax this tight muscle. It's already overused. So the idea is, if you're doing a couple of these, you're training the muscles that are going to hold you in a good posture. So right now, my chest and my back muscles are working. If you add a little book or a water bottle, it makes it even better. I could feel like a good burn. My chest and back muscles are really working. It gives me the feedback that that's where they're at. That's what I need to use. And then when you have your chest and back muscles on like this, then this guy shuts off. That's how it works. So now when I'm working, it's not about changing your daily posture, right? Another kind of myth is that, or thing that we've been told for good posture is always sit upright. So if you look at my posture, my shoulders are forward, my sternum or my T-spine is collapsed, right? And that means this is holding everything up. This is holding my head up. This is holding my arm up. It's doing all the work. So what have we been told growing up? You need to sit up more. Get a standing desk. So all of a sudden, people will just open this up to sit up more. I'm sitting up straighter. It didn't change the fact that this guy's still doing all the work. You could touch it. You can sit up as tall as you can, and then your shoulder, your trap, is still doing everything. So if you sit upright, stand tall, it actually doesn't change anything. Now you're just really putting all the weight into your spine like this. So it's also unrealistic to hold that position and get any work done, right? That's why it's never worked so far, that general cue of sitting upright. If I was here, you can see that that's bad. My neck's all bunched up. I could touch it. It's tight. So now that you felt your chest and back muscles on, you just want to do a couple of these to engage them, to remind yourself where it's at. And then once you do this often enough, you don't have to do this anymore. You could just get right into it. So this is all neck. You can see that kind of just jump up right there, right? So then I'm just trying to keep my chest and lat on when I'm doing all my work. It's going to take a lot of reminders at first. You're going to catch yourself being in your neck. That's the first step. That's perfect. And then hopefully this becomes your new default setting, right? This is your new stock option. Every time you move, it's always with the chest and back. So then if you want to get some workouts in, you just do this at your desk. You just need to do about, 10, 20, whatever it is to get the blood flow, to get these muscles active. That's it. And you're right back to work. It doesn't take that long. But you understand that you have two options. Every second you're awake at your desk, or just awake in general, or working at your desk, you're either making this stronger, you're giving more time to make this imbalance worse, or you could just flex your chest and back. So that subtle adjustment's key. If you look, I didn't change my posture. I'm still in this kind of comfortable rounded shoulder position. That's okay because I'm using bigger muscles. Again, I'm not going to that chest open position where I feel like I have to work this way. It's unrealistic. My lower back's going to start hurting. Whatever position you're in, where you're comfortable, just pull the shoulders down with your chest and back muscles. Now, if you've been so tight like this for a long time, the troubleshooting is right when you start to engage your chest and back muscles to pull it down. As long as you feel these muscles on, you're good, but you might feel a good stretch here because they've been so bunched up. So the first feedback we always get is once people get their chest and back muscles firing, they're like, man, I feel a good stretch here. That's part of the process because it's finally lengthening. It's a good sign. So the idea is no one's ever told us what good posture is. They just say sit up, right? Or if something is tight, they tell you to massage it or get treatment on it or whatever. If your muscles aren't strong enough to hold your shoulder in place, to hold your head up, then that's why we have bad posture. If you look, if there's zero chest muscles because we don't work out, that's fine. Then look what happens. If these muscles are short, guess where it pulls? That's why the only thing left is this neck muscle to hold us in place. So that's why we have to do drills like this where we're activating, getting the muscles to strengthen, getting your back muscle to strengthen to hold everything down. And that's the long-term fix. So whether, it's perfect time because if you sit in front of a computer, which a lot of us do, then you want to just spend that time using that as your workout. So you're using your chest and back muscles the whole time. And then if you wanted to throw a couple sets here and there, you would do some of these, grab a book, grab a water bottle, start doing some of those just to get the training in, and you're right back to work. Now, hopefully the initial goal is you're going to catch yourself throughout the day, whether I'm pushing a cart at the grocery store, whether I'm driving. Are you making your neck tighter driving home, right? Or making this loosened up because the chest and back muscles are now doing the work. Very subtle. If you like to just walk and that's your main form of exercise, go for a walk because they say it's good for you. But if you're trying to take the tension out of your neck because you're stressed all day, if you start walking like this all day long, your arms swinging, guess where what's holding your arm up. It's the trap and the neck muscle again. Nothing's happening here and here. Very subtle again. Use my chest and back muscles. Now when I'm walking, this guy doesn't have to do all the work. The postural muscles are being trained, so I'm just kind of reforming my body, teaching my body how to move the way it was designed. So hopefully that makes sense. Again, temporary solutions, treating putting a Band-Aid on the tension, taking, ibuprofen, things like that for headaches, it's never going to fix the problem. Again, we used to put a lacrosse ball, use a massage gun, dig a Theracane in there, hours on end. Temporarily it feels good, but right when we get back to working out, walking, we're back to here. It's a never-ending cycle. So that's the long-term fix. Doing some of these is the short-term fix, but also the proof of concept, because if you can get this to relax, understanding how to get it to relax. This is tight. Fire your chest and lat. Open up the posture and rib cage. This turns off. Then you know that's how it works. So thanks for the request. Again, that's the purpose of my YouTube channel and Facebook page, Instagram, is to help real people. So if you guys have questions with chronic pain, injuries, movement questions, exercises, keep them coming, because those are the people I want to help, right? Those that are looking for it, that have questions. Just trying to share all the things that we've learned the hard way through. So things that I wish I would have known a long time ago. You could message me on any of those 3 platforms. If this helped you, then please share it. Spread the word to help someone else. I'd appreciate it if you guys like the video, subscribe. So that helps me out a lot, because it helps me get more reach to help more people down the line. So, all right, keep the questions coming. And if you need more troubleshooting on this, let me know.